Life 1.4 million years ago, a story of survival. Chapter 1. The Sun-Scorched Earth, a breathtaking aerial shot of the East African Rift Valley, 1.4 million years ago. The landscape is a mix of arid savanna, baobab trees, and distant, shimmering heat. The camera focuses on a small, scattered group of Homo erectus. They move with a quiet desperation, their bodies lean and their faces etched with the strain of a long journey. The narrator introduces the tribe and their current predicament, the worst drought in living memory. We meet Arkon, a young man with a focused gaze and a lean, athletic build, and Lyra, the tribe's matriarch, whose face holds the wisdom of countless seasons. A desperate search. The tribe is on a frantic search for water. We see them digging in dried riverbeds, their hands caked with dust. The camera lingers on the frustration and despair in their eyes. Arkon, however, is a step ahead. He remembers a lesson from Lyra, the way certain plants draw moisture deep from the earth. He wanders off on his own, using his instincts to find a small, trickling spring hidden among a cluster of rocks. He brings back a small gourd of water, a temporary victory that earns him a flash of respect from some, but suspicion from others, particularly Moro. The first conflict. The discovery of the spring is celebrated, but it also sparks a fierce debate. Moro, a larger, more aggressive male, argues that the spring is a temporary solution and they should move toward the River of the Giants, a known watering hole teeming with life, but also with danger. Arkon, supported by Lyra, counters that a long, arduous journey would exhaust them and expose them to a greater risk. The argument escalates into a tense standoff. Moro's followers, driven by a desperate hunger for a solution, side with him. The tribe, unable to agree, fractures, with Moro leading his group away in a huff, leaving Arkon and Lyra to lead the remaining smaller group. Chapter 2. The Path of Wisdom. With their numbers diminished, Arkon's group can no longer rely on brute force to hunt. He watches a pair of honey badgers work together to take down a small snake, and an idea dawns on him. He realizes that intelligence and strategy are their only hope. We see him working with Lyra, who teaches him how to use burr, not for heat, but as a tool to ward off predators and to cook. Arkon, in turn, shows her his new design for a stone tool, a sharp point for a spear, a tool far more effective than the simple hand axes they previously used. The innovation. This is a montage of invention. Arkon and a few others experiment, chipping away at stones, shaping them with a precision born of trial and error. They learn to tie ropes from sinew and plant fibers. We see them creating a more complex trap, a deep pit covered with brush and baited with a carcass. This is a visual representation of the cognitive leap that sets Homo erectus apart. The narrator explains the significance of these innovations in human evolution, the ability to plan, to teach, and to adapt. A successful hunt. Arkon's new tools and methods pay off. They successfully use their new spear points to take down a small deer. The hunt is a quiet, coordinated effort, a stark contrast to their previous chaotic attempts. They bring the kill back to their camp, their stomachs full for the first time in days. The tribe looks at Arkon with a newfound respect, not just as a hunter, but as a leader. Chapter 3. The River of Trials, Moro's Journey. The film cuts to Moro's group. Their journey is fraught with peril. The River of the Giants is not the paradise they imagined. The banks are patrolled by massive crocodiles, and the plains are ruled by the fearsome saber-toothed cats. They are forced to drink and hunt in constant fear, their energy and morale quickly draining. Moro's leadership, based on aggression and bravado, proves to be their downfall. He makes a series of impulsive decisions, leading them into dangerous situations, including a near-disastrous encounter with a territorial rhinoceros. The ultimate, starving and desperate, Moro's group finally decides to risk a hunt for a large water buffalo, but they are unprepared. a massive crocodile erupts from the water, taking one of their hunters. The chaos and terror are palpable. Moro, for the first time, shows fear. He realizes his reckless choices have led to tragedy. The group scatters, broken and defeated, their confidence in their leader shattered. Chapter 4. The Reunion. The Lone Survivor. A tattered and exhausted Moro stumbles back into Arkon's camp. He is alone. His face is a mask of shame and grief. He recounts the horrors they faced, his voice cracking with emotion. He explains that his followers scattered, and he doesn't know who, if any, survived. Arkon and Lyra, seeing his genuine remorse, offer him food and shelter without a word of reproach. The rescue. A few days later, a scout from Arkon's tribe finds a small group of Moro's followers, clinging to life, hiding in a cave, injured and starving. Arkon leads a small rescue party, not with a sense of triumph, but with a deep empathy. They bring the survivors back to the camp, treating their wounds and sharing their food. The two groups, once rivals, are now a single, unified community. Moro, humbled, offers to follow Arkon, recognizing the strength in his wisdom. Chapter 5. The Dawn of a New Era. The Great Hunt. The climax of the film. The full, reunited tribe undertakes a massive hunt. They use a combination of Arkon's new tools and strategies, Lyra's knowledge of the land, and the brute strength of Moro's followers. They successfully corner and take down a large mammoth, a kill that will provide food and resources for weeks. The scene is a beautifully choreographed ballet of cooperation and skill, a testament to the power of unity. The final scene. The film closes with a peaceful scene. The tribe is gathered around a large fire, a sense of security and community radiating from them. They are no longer just a group of individuals. They are a family. Arkon and Lyra stand together, watching the fire. The narrator concludes, reflecting on the lessons learned, that intelligence, cooperation, and empathy are not just survival tools, but the very foundation of what it means to be human. The final shot is a slow pan away from the fire, leaving the tribe bathed in the glow of the firelight, a symbol of hope and a new era for humanity. A tale of ancient survival. The sun beat down on the parched earth as Arkon, a young Homo erectus, and his tribe faced a dire drought. Their hunger gnawed at them, but a rustle in the grass brought hope, a herd of gazelle. In a desperate hunt, a menacing saber-toothed cat ambushed them. While the others scattered, Arkon, guided by his courage, refused to abandon their chance for a meal. He faced the predator, luring it into a narrow crevice and trapping it. Arkon's cleverness saved the day. Returning to their camp, the tribe had a feast, but more importantly, they had a new sense of hope. They had learned that a brave heart and a sharp mind were the true keys to survival, and they knew that with Arkon, they could face another day on their unforgiving earth.